Fekete does a nice job of picking up the left ankle, or rather the right ankle of Hahn, trying to neutralize it. This may end in a stalemate. There's no improvement.
Down to 21 seconds, and there's the stalemate call. Fekete is on his way to the Big Ten. We'll tell you about that in a moment. You get a good look at Mads Madsen, the head coach from Lakewood.
Fekete trying to work a headlock. Switches off now, tries a high crotch, countered by Hahn. They go chest to chest, almost a throw attempt by Hahn.
The period winds out 2-1. Damion Hahn with the lead over Nick Fekete of Cranford. We told you about the credentials of Damion Hahn, but when you talk about the senior from Cranford, Nick Fekete is on his way to Michigan State. He is going to wrestle out in the Big Ten, and it's pretty good wrestling out there.
Probably the toughest conference in the country right now. The likes of Iowa and Penn State, Michigan State.
Just underway in the second period, and here's a trip here, inside trip, and they'll go off. No points awarded. Hahn's going to come off the bottom here. 150 to wrestle in this second period. Fekete, tight waist, just cuts under the chin. Now switches to the high crotch. And they'll go off.
And there's a stall call on Fekete as he ran Hahn off the mat. Some of the fans not happy with that call.
There you go. First fall warning against Fekete. Let's enjoy the Bob Stores NJSIAA Wrestling Championship here in Atlantic City. We're at 189 pounds. We're going to get a caution on top, I believe. There's caution against Fekete.
Hahn tries to get to his feet, comes to a 4-point. Fekete tying the far arm. Now he drops to a high single and chips Hahn to the mat. Now picks up a one-on-one, rides in the crotch. Keeping the pressure on Hahn as he gets to his feet. And he kicks free.
Ooh, and they give him a neutral. Well, Mads Madsen and Miles Hahn see their wrestler take a 3-1 lead for the escape.
Both wrestlers fighting for position. Fekete with the underhook. And they'll spin out of bounds.
Well, it has been a very closely contested NJSIAA final in almost every weight class. The biggest decision we've seen has been by 4 points, and that was back at 103 pounds when Tom Noto won 6-2.
Nice duck under by Damion Hahn. Gets behind Fekete. Goes up by a score of 5-1.
I think if anybody's going to break this run of 1- and 2-point victories, it would be Damion Hahn's to do. And he leads right now by a score of 5-1.
Optional start by Hahn as he cuts Fekete.
So as Fekete is out, it's 5-2. Damion Hahn with 31 seconds to wrestle, and a duck under attempt was missed. And you're going to take down going the other way. It's now 7-2 for Damion Hahn.
Fekete just overshot that takedown, got himself off balance a little bit. Hahn capitalized on it.
Fekete started this competition with 95 career victories against only 4 losses. And he has to take on one of the top wrestlers in New Jersey at this weight class. It's tough. 7-3 the score, no go off. So Fekete is down by 4, 7-3, with just 8 seconds to wrestle here in our second period. Fekete with 3 escapes, and that's all. So we end the second period, 7-3, Damion Hahn. Take a look at how he's amassed these points, Rich, in his last two scoring plays.
Little duck under, gets behind Fekete, picks him off the mat, brings him down. Nice two-point takedown. Here's the other one. Actually, it's a shot by Fekete, and he falls to his hip. It's an easy spin for Hahn.
Can't make a mistake against a schooled wrestler like Damion Hahn. Definitely be points the other way. 7-4 with an escape to start this period.
Hahn controlling Fekete. Controlling that front-headed arm. Try to bring Fekete to the mat, and he'll run out of mat room there.
Rich, I know you've seen some great technicians throughout your years covering the sport of wrestling. What do you think Damion Hahn has that kind of experience in just the way he's out there, the way he just goes tie after tie after tie? Yeah, he's real composed out there, real relaxed, takes in his shots. He's a good one, and as you said, he's only a junior, so I'm quite impressed with his abilities. He's not forcing things, and by that, he's got a 7-4 lead in the last period. It seems like most times he's in control.
He's controlling the ties. He knows exactly where he wants to be. He's got good positioning out there, and when he hits his shots, he's real explosive with them.
And I think the fans know that too. You know, you get the panoramic view here of Convention Center in Atlantic City, and not many empty seats as they're here to watch the 189-pound Dynamo and Damion Hahn from Lakewood. He leads it by a score of 7-4 with 1:04 to wrestle here in this third period against Nick Fekete of Cranford. And Fekete, a two-time place winner, will obviously place again, but looks like he just will be denied that top spot one more time.
Both wrestlers tying the head up. Little duck again by Hahn. He brings Fekete down to the mat, and he picks up another takedown. So Damion Hahn showing his quickness. That was his, I believe, his third duck under.
I think so. Take a look at the takedown. He has 4 takedowns in this one. Hahn leads it by a score of 9-4.
Fekete to his feet. Will work on the hands of Hahn. Hahn just releases him. Goes through that overhook. And they'll go off. 20 seconds to wrestle.
It looks like Damion Hahn is going to do it again. You know, earlier today we saw James Laval become a 3-time state champ. And with his second under his belt and one more year to go, Damion Hahn has already started his quest to do the same thing.
Always in on a single. He may not have enough time to finish this.
9-5 is going to be your final. Damion Hahn of Lakewood defends his championship. His father on the right applauds as, why not? His son is a 2-time state champion here in New Jersey. Damion Hahn wins it 9-5 over Nick Fekete of Cranford. Hope you're enjoying the action here on CN8, the Comcast Network. We'll be back in a moment.